Welcome back. For more on our top stories and others, please visit our website channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. Or you can watch us on the go by logging on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from the respective stores. Well, having the Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have the Eyewitness feature, so you too can be part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions to show those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Well, to Enugu State, where the Governor, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, is confident that the newly constituted Governing Council of the State Polytechnic, Iwolo, will reposition the school to contribute to the development of agriculture in the state. Inaugurating the council in Enugu, the Governor says the school under the new board should strive to be the leading institution for agro-allied research.
Formerly Enugu State College of Agriculture and Agro-Entrepreneurship Studies, the Enugu State Polytechnic, Iwolo, in Ezeagu local government, was rechristened in 2014 to accommodate more technical education in its scope.
We have this value chain in agriculture. It's not just about producing the primary products. There are other departments or programs will help in the processing of these products.
At the executive chamber of the Enugu State Government House, the governor welcomes the team from the institution who have come to be officially recognized and empowered to steer the ship of the school. The governor tells the board what he expects of them.
It is indeed the aspiration of the state government that the institution becomes the center of excellence for agricultural and allied studies in Nigeria. Apart from the effort being made towards that end, we have also taken pains to select as members of this new council individuals of high range, experience and competence to drive our aspirations for the institution.
The new council chairman, Mr. Chinedu Onu, pledges his team's readiness to carry out the assignment with diligence.
We are all well aware that there is a disconnect between our curriculum and what is obtained in the real world. This is part of what we are going to do in that polytechnic.
The state government insists that it plans to ensure quality education and study environment in tertiary schools across the state, with provision already made in the current budget.
Education ranks high in his priority, and he is doing everything to ensure that education works in Enugu State.
Only time will tell if these wishes of government will be brought to reality by the action of members of this council, and if that happens, the education sector of Enugu State will be the better for it.
And victims of separate fire incidents in Imo and Ondo states have been counting their losses, while some traders at the Okigwe spare parts market in Imo State lost over 40 shops to an incident. Occupants of a residential building in Ondo State escaped an inferno which took with it all their property.
This is some part of the Okigwe spare parts market along Okigwe-Enugu Expressway, where about 40 shops and vehicles were gutted by fire on Sunday night, following brake failure of a petroleum tanker carrying 33,000 litres of fuel on its way to Enugu. Victims of the unfortunate incident are counting their losses.
2 new cars got fire and the old cars. And you can see the property of the buildings, all of them of state government, let them come and help us. And the individuals, let them come and help us.
The Transition Committee Chairman of Okigwe Local Government Area, Sonny Chiadi, who led a government delegation on an on-the-spot assessment, assured the affected victims that the Okorocha-led administration will do something to ameliorate their suffering.
My message back to them is for them to calm down. I will take their message back to the governor and let the governor take a decision, and I will inform them back.
Meanwhile, occupants of a residential building in Akure, Ondo State, are now counting their losses as the house was totally razed down by a fire which started about midnight.
The lady just shouted, "Come outside, the fire outbreak, oh, come outside." And the fire was even inside her room. So she just came out with her baby. So before she just came out, the gas in her room just bounced out. So the rest people, all of us, we have gas. So the thing started bouncing. The only thing I could take was my baby, the baby on the bed. With the other two, I have to kick them out of the window.
Is everything that burned, even all the tenants' properties.
While no life was lost in these two incidents, it's hoped that the government will come to the aid of the victims as they seek to recover from the damage caused.
The Standards Organization of Nigeria has sealed up a 3-story building warehouse where domestic items are cloned, according to the Inspectorate and Compliance Monitoring, Mr. Bede Obayi. The cloned items are mainly expired products with dates modified to a future one in order to circulate for consumption. Although the 100 persons are alleged to have been unlawfully disengaged from their job by Total Nigeria Limited, they have taken their case to the National Industrial Court sitting in Lagos. They allege that Total was wrong to have disengaged them between 2015 and 2016 without any benefits paid to them. Our judiciary correspondent Shola Shoyele was at the court and now reports.
These are Agric security officers staging a peaceful protest at the front of the National Industrial Court sitting in Lagos. They have filed an industrial relations suit here against Total Nigeria Limited for alleged unlawful disengagement without benefits or entitlements.
We have been under their security employment for the past 16, 14, 15 years. You understand? And that is how we were unilaterally laid off, without even a stipend or even a penny extended to any of our members.
When we are working with them, when we are with them, they treat us like animal, like beasts, to the extent that one of our colleagues died in the location when he was at work, died in the location, and nothing was done. Even we are the one that take care of the corpse, we are the one that buried the guy, and this is the widow in our midst. They are up to 4. This is the only one that can find his way down here, right from Kaduna. She resides in Kaduna presently.
The widow in question cannot find words to describe her situation. Her tears are eloquent enough. She and the others simply want the terminal benefits and entitlements owed them. Total Nigeria Limited was represented in court, but their lawyer insists they are Agric security officers and not their staff.
Total should not be in court here. There's no basis for Total being here because Total had no contract of employment. There's no employment relationship between Total and the claimants whatsoever.
Who employed us? Total began to mention about 5 names: Transworld, Bemir, Halogen, Logard, and Kingsguard. And when we checked with the documents, we discovered that was at no time these employees were terminated.
Justice Benedict Kanyip of the National Industrial Court has fixed the 5th of April to hear this case, and hopefully justice will be served to all parties in the suit. Shola Shoyele, Channels Television News.
And in Kano State, attention shifts to wheat farmers as the government works towards improving the agricultural sector. Governor Abdullahi Ganduje informed the crowd who gathered for the flag-off ceremony of the 2017 wheat harvest that beyond other funds injected into the sector, 100 million naira revolving fund has been approved for distribution.
The federal government's regulation on rice and wheat production has given a boost to farmers in Kano State, a decision Governor Ganduje says led to the empowerment of over 15,000 wheat farmers from 2016 to date. At a flag-off of the 2017 wheat harvest in Gari Malam local government area, the governor gives a breakdown of some of the efforts put into curbing the challenges of wheat farming in the state.
The government has provided the sum of 50 million naira for those wheat farmers who would like to get loan to satisfy their immediate needs instead of selling their wheat at a very cheap rate. In order to ease the problems, we bought over 5,000 irrigation pumps and distributed to the farmers We form them into clusters and into corporate societies, and we find it very easy to distribute these farm inputs.
It's a message of goodwill from the federal government to the state and that of hope to the farmers as the Agriculture Minister, Audu Ogbe, promises better days for them.
From now on, you will not lack fertilizer. Nobody will sell fertilizer to you for 9 or 10,000 naira. The price has fallen because the president made an arrangement with the King of Morocco.
As for the State Ministry of Agriculture, government's intervention is a pointer to the future of agriculture in the state. What remains is for the farmers to follow the light.
Make sure that we have food secure, and let us make sure that we are richer in our pockets through agriculture while we are satisfied in our stomachs.
The 2017 Wheat Harvest Week in Kano was attended by members of Kano State Wheat Farmers Association and various organizations with interest in wheat farming. The annual event takes place at the beginning of each harvest season.
News across Nigeria continues in just a moment. Join us again.